I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person, that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
Welcome to the Welcome to the 3-on-3 podcast, the number one basketball podcast in the universe. That's right. We're glad to have you guys here. I am joined with my friends, my brothers, my compadres, Evan Butler Sands, Lou, and the Pod Mamba. But guys, this is a special episode of everything we have going on. We're just going to jump right into it, okay? If you've been under a rock or in outer space, you already know that there has been a colossal trade between the LA Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. Most notably, Luka Doncic has been traded to the LA Lakers. Let me give you the full details of the trade. The Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. Mavericks get AD, Max Christie, and a 2009 LA Lakers first pick. The Jazz, they get Jalen Hood and a 2025 Clippers second round and a 2025 Mavs second round. So a 3-team deal just went by, but we all know most notably is that Luka and AD piece. Now, we all know we have a resident Laker person here. First, it was D'Lo. Now it's AD. Christian, can you tell us why the LA Lakers hate you?
Okay, first of all, why are you going to disrespect Jalen Hood-Schifino's name? You didn't even finish his name, man. I mean, I am one to not like JHS to begin with, but even I wouldn't disrespect him like that.
Okay, I'm sorry to disrespect him, but let's focus on
bro.
your franchise disrespecting you. But go ahead.
I mean, what do you guys? What's your guys' initial reaction? I mean, I don't want to make this a very segmented.
No, sir. No.
What?
No. Okay. And this is why I know. This is why I know. I, like you, am very interested in what my co-host's opinion is, because I got a feeling we're in a different direction. But you know how Airbnb, you can rent someone else's house for a day? Mm-hmm. I would have loved nothing more than to be in Christian's house, be in the Pod Mamba's mind this past, going on 24 hours. I just wanted to experience this as you these last few days.
Speaking of houses, do you think AD and Luka just like swap houses? Like, is that easiest?
That would be easiest, right?
Like,
I don't know if they have the same taste.
Well, I mean, just for the rest of the season, right? Like, at least until the summer, and then they could figure out
rest of the season. Come on, man. Both these guys bought their forever homes.
All right. Initial reaction. My initial reaction is I didn't even think this was real. I didn't even think the tweet was. I thought Shams was.
Everybody's Shams was hacked.
I thought he was hacked. And the reason why I thought he was hacked, because not that it was implausible or impossible to see an AD for Luka transaction happen. It's why was the Jazz even included in this? Why? What were they even in this trade package for? I think that's what kind of like tripped me up, because I'm like, what do they get out of this? They're just there. They're not giving away anything. All they're doing is just receiving, and they're receiving JHS and 2 second-round picks. Like, why are they even in this transaction? So that's why I thought it was fake.
Cap work, so to keep out of second apron for one of the two
Right.
teams.
But I'm saying my initial reaction. That's why I thought that it was a fake.
Gotcha.
And then I click onto Shams' profile, and I'm like, no, this is Shams. 2.3 million, 2.4 million. Like, this isn't a fake. He hasn't been hacked because one first round pick, that's all we had to give up. And then I started getting the doom and gloom. Hans, I know you know how the 7 stages of grief goes, where it's denial. What's after denial, Hans?
What is after denial?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry for putting you on
Anger.
Angry. I was very angry, 100%. I was angry because
sorry.
I mean, you guys know AD is my boy. I will defend AD to the day I die. He is misunderstood. People shit on him for
misunderstood now.
He's misunderstood. People shit on him. They say he's street closed, even though he's played in 93% of his games the last 2 years. You know, we gotta give him credit for that. And
you don't have to anymore, but continue.
Oh, I mean, I still will. And I just thought, like, I really thought AD was gonna retire a Laker. He embraced the culture, he embraced the team, the organization, the fans, and especially after the 2020 season, I just never thought I would see that man leave the organization. I thought he would have been the one to move our team forward as once LeBron leaves and the organization has to, you know, figure out who to pair up with him and stuff like that. So like, I don't. So I was just very upset on that aspect, and I couldn't even fathom the thought of LUKA being on the Lakers. I didn't even think about that side of it. I was just bummed that AD was no longer going to be the Laker. And I was bummed that AD was the one to be traded before that old motherfucker LeBron, who doesn't do jack shit unless he plays at MSG.
You're reverting now. You're going backwards on the.
No.
Yeah, good. But it's fine. It's
trade
clauses.
I'm just saying, why
trade clauses.
Why would the Lakers trade AD before LeBron? That's just a question I was
trade clauses.
I'm just saying. You don't think LeBron would want to play with Kyrie? I mean, I don't. They're more in win now mode than I think the Lakers are.
Nah, he's not gonna go to Dallas. He's not gonna go from a big market to Dallas. That's over. Like LeBron is going. He's sunsetting now. LeBron is not chasing anything else.
So now what? So the Lakers are in they're in 5th place. They're essentially punting the season because like I don't unless they do another trade, which in all indications they are, right? Like at least I hope they are. There's rumors that they're very hell bent on finding a rim protecting center. You know who was a rim protecting center? Anthony Davis. But you know, that's neither here nor there.
By his own words, he did not want to be a center. But continue.
No, he asked for center. He asked for center. He was like, I want to be a power forward. I want to play more power forward. I want a center next to me. And Rob said, great, go play for the Dallas Mavericks. They got 2 centers.
You want a center next to you?
Wishes great.
I mean, it's wild.
Wishes
It's wild.
You know what's
didn't
crazy?
Get a Lively or a Gafford out of this is mind blowing.
You know what's crazy? I don't think AD would have even been asking for a center had the Lakers made those trades for someone like Gafford or someone like Nick Richard, who were there were rumors that Lakers were looking at players like that, or there were Laker pages are like, oh, those are guys that could be up for sale, and the Lakers can go out and get, and it all made sense. And then look what they're doing. Gafford went to the Mavs. He's looking great as center for them. And then Nick Richard just got traded to the Suns, and he's been playing great. And Lakers have Jackson Hayes as their starting fucking center now.
Well,
and we could have had AD and Gafford, or we could have had AD and Nick Richard, and we did, or Nick Richards. What's how do you say his name? Is it Nick Richards or Nick Richards?
Who knows, man?
We'll go back and forth on the show.
You guys are being very quiet. Why am I the only one talking? What's
No, I was gonna say-
because Hans hasn't embraced his new role strong enough yet to play the music. I would have played it 4 minutes ago.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but
you should have hit him with it. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's a safe space, you know. I'm not a.
No, I enjoy seeing you spiral, so I was letting you talk.
Hey, fuck you, man.
But
What's your problem, bro? What's your issue?
There it is.
We're gonna get to you. Don't worry. Next segment, we're getting to the Bulls. Don't worry.
We're back in form. We're back.
I want to hear more. I want to hear more though. These takes are fascinating.
What else?
Nah,
do you,
he's run out of steam.
else?
He doesn't have any more.
Oh no, not you, Pop Man. But you, I get where you stand.
Lakers
Here's
are
what I'll
fucking
say.
cooked. Their
Here's what
defense
I'll
is
say.
shot.
Hey, look, you guys made a play for the future. You guys said after this season, we need to think past LeBron. I thought, if anything, I thought you guys would have brought somebody in to supplement AD, but you're like, look, we're gonna get whatever we can for AD. You know, who knows if he'll play next season? Hopefully, he stays healthy, and then boom, here we are. So they made a move, but they traded one not street clothes guy for another street clothes guy. LUKA hasn't been healthy since Christmas, so I don't know what the Lakers' long-term plan is here. It doesn't seem like the Mavericks, well, at least in the immediate, the Mavericks won this trade. In the long term, I mean, Luka's only 25, right? So you expect he's going to be here for another 15 years. So you have your franchise player.
You better hope that he resigns.
Well, he can't get the max now. So.
No, his supermax is done because he's not
gone.
getting from the Mavs. I think the rule is that you get the supermax if you get it from the team that drafted you, right? Mm-hmm. You can't get it from someone else. So
nope.
So the Mavs just costed him close to $100 million.
Oh no, the Mavs are playing again. They were playing the long game. They're like, look, we're not gonna. What are we really paying for? So get AD. It's cheaper for them. They can look to get some more pieces. They already have. Look, get AD theoretically, based on what we're discussing, should be happier. Cool. He can play that 4 position. Guys like Gafford and Lively are going to really play real centers. You have a point guard in Kyrie. You have some other pieces around. I mean, are they going to go far? Probably not. But they're like a contender now.
Hey, I'm putting out right now 3-3 podcast here on February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, 2025. The Dallas Mavericks.
Movies, by the way.
The Dallas Mavericks will be a top 3 team in the NBA now.
When this season?
That's what I'm saying.
This season. Look at that. Look at that starting 5, bro. Kyrie, Clay, PJ Washington, AD, Gafford. That's insane. Lively comes back.
Out there.
Max Christie. We gave Max Christie, who locked up that bum Jalen Brunson last night and dropped 15 points. That old catcher mitt, Jalen Brunson. Our best guard defender.
He's back at angle.
Hey, you guys got Kleber. You wanted Kleber so bad. You got him.
Since when? When did we want Kleber? When?
Got yourself another shooter with Kleber.
When he dropped that game winner against us last year? That's when?
So let me jump in here. Let me say this.
I got evidence.
Let me say this. Shout out to the Dallas Mavericks for doing what the New Orleans Pelicans can't. Essentially saying that their franchise player is a diminishing asset and we need to get rid of them. And we need to make a move. That we can't win this way. We're done. We're done with it. Let's make it happen.
But is he
shout out to them?
Is he a diminishing asset? Do you consider
that's how they view him as a diminishing asset?
But why? I don't.
Hold
on.
Which is why they
let him finish. Let him finish.
They let him go. They know he's no longer of use.
I think that's what blows my mind too. Is that the Mavericks
it's a diminishing asset?
The Mavericks view LUKA as you say a diminishing asset because of his conditioning. But he is a top 5 MVP
every year.
Every year.
What are y'all talking about? I'm sorry. They traded for Luka Doncic, guys. Like we're
I
making
get
this
it.
we're making this way too hard.
But they didn't win.
We've sat here for a year. We've sat here for a year making Anthony Davis jokes. All right, the three of us making Anthony Davis jokes about. Christian already corrected us about his reliability on the court. About Anthony Davis not being the guy. About Anthony Davis. What if they traded Anthony Davis and they went ahead and did it for a top 5 player in the league?
We only gave up one
6
first round
years
pick.
younger. They gave up 1 first round pick.
Rudy Gobert
What
went
are
for
we
7.
talking about, guys? The Lakers just got Luka Doncic. They've done what they've done their entire career. I mean, the entire existence of this team. Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, LeBron James. Now they have Luka Doncic. Like,
And you guys
the
wonder,
Lakers won this trade.
you
bro.
guys wonder why Laker fans
don't-
are so egotistical. Like,
I don't know where Ev's going with this.
Career
I don't know where
averages
Ev's.
of 28, 8, and 8.
no,
And
Evans.
he's
Evans
25.
right.
And we just sat.
So
we've
you can
sat
win a
here all
championship
year.
with Luka.
He was in the finals last year. In
I
the
didn't ask
conference
that
finals 2 years before that.
I don't care about the finals.
You don't care
I
about
just
the
asked the same
finals.
question. Do you think or do you think you could win a championship? Because almost doesn't matter unless it's
Yes.
horseshoe.
Yes, I think you could win a championship with Luka.
As a Laker fan, I hope so. Jesus Christ! If we
See?
trade
Listen, I
And
hope
he
so.
hasn't-
You hope so.
I hope so.
And he has.
But you don't have the confidence. You don't have that confidence, do you?
well, he needs. Okay,
You don't.
Lou.
You do not.
okay.
Otherwise, you categorically would have been. You would have
All right, but hold on,
over the moon.
hold on.
No Lakers. Nobody on the Lakers organization is hyped about this trade.
Could they win
feel like
the-
they lost.
No, that's not true. That's not
That's
true.
not true, man.
That's
Could
not
you win the championship with LeBron and AD?
no
We've
Mavs
sat,
fan
we've
is
sat
happy
here
about
saying, like, what are they going to do for the next 10 years? Nobody would. Christian made it sound great a few minutes ago. Nobody was excited about a post-LeBron career with AD and Austin Reeves. Nobody was excited about that. The Lakers were cooked for the next 10 years, all right? And now they just traded for a top 5 player. Like, you get the player and then you figure out the rest. They didn't have the player.
Long term, it
before
makes more
last night.
sense. Long
So-
term, it makes more sense for the Lakers.
Yeah. So this is my worry, Evan, when you say that. What I've been on this podcast saying I hope LeBron freaking retires after this year, next whatever. I need him gone, bro. I need to start the rebuild. And I saw AD being that focal point. AR was not going to be that second guy. They needed to get someone else. Now, would I have wanted Luka to be that guy? Yes, I was actually looking at when he was going to be a free agent and when the Lakers could try to prime away from Dallas to pair with AD. I wanted both. I wanted best of both worlds. Now we didn't get that. We ended up just trading AD for him, which is fine in the long term, but that's contingent on re-signing him. Because if he just bounces in free agency, we're just fucked.
Here's my
We're
question.
fucked
though.
in 2 years.
As a Laker fan, what are you more confident about? Are you more confident about building around Luka? And I'm genuinely asking this. Were you more confident around building around Luka and nobody else, right? Or building around AD? I guess where did you feel more confident as a Laker fan?
Objectively, it's Luka.
Okay.
As much as I love AD, it's Luka just from the fact that he's younger.
Let me ask another question then.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I got a question. Same question.
Do you think you were close to, let's say LeBron's window was 2 years, 3 years top, right? Do you think this LeBron AD amalgamation of the Lakers had a high potential to win the championship in the next 2 to 3 years?
I thought we were one piece away this year.
No.
So is that
That's
worth
your
the
question.
sacrifice?
Yes, we were one defensive center away.
So is that worth the
Doing real work.
sacrifice? Is that worth the sacrifice? Is that potential championship worth the sacrifice of building around Luka for years to come and the championships he may bring? I think
so
that's really
tough.
the
That's
question.
so tough. That's
I know, but that's
the
my
question.
argument
Yeah.
right there. As much as people are lauding over Luka, whatever, I don't care. I see both sides because I definitely see the Mavericks diminishing asset side. Yes, he brought you to the championship, but also one could argue if he took care of himself better, could have been different, right? I also think that you have to be realistic as to how close, right? How many steps as you from that championship, which is why I posed that question, Christian. Like, so are you okay with maybe sacrificing a potential championship in the next 2 to 3 years for the future that championships that Luka can bring? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man, because I feel like I'm always going back to like the future's never promised. So like in theory, yes, like in theory, having Luka makes sense, but you need a LeBron's not gonna be here forever, so you need to pair him with someone. And I'm looking through. I was looking through free agency 2026 to see who, because I'm just guessing that's when LeBron's gonna retire is in 2 years. Who would be that next guy to pair Luka? There's no guy who's young like Luka that's great like AD to pair next to him. There is a bunch of like good guys. It's not great guys. And all the great guys in free agency in 2026 are like Kevin Durant, Dame Lillard, Bradley Beal. They're all in their mid 30s, late 30s. So
that's the challenge.
I don't know, man. This
right.
having LeBron there, I think, is really what the issue is, because how do they even play on the floor together? And then if he's not happy with playing with LeBron, you have to hope that he's willing to work through it and wait until LeBron retires, whenever he does decide to retire. But LeBron will probably try to milk this as long as he can. I don't know, man. This is
contract is a real issue.
Why I see it not working.
LeBron's contract is a real issue. LeBron's contract is a real issue with the cap space and making the team better.
Here's the thing.
You just gotta hope that Luka's willing to sit on the sideline and wait till LeBron retires for him to get the keys to the cash.
I don't think. See, that's the.
What if he doesn't want to wait that long?
I don't think that's the case. I don't think
that's
the case. He absolutely has the keys now. The difference between Luka Doncic and any of these other players, AD especially, or any of these other players, is all those other players had to get the ball from LeBron. It had to be good enough to be worth taking the ball out of LeBron's hands. When Luka Doncic steps on the court, it's his ball now. LeBron will have to figure it out.
LeBron's gonna have to be the screener now.
Yeah, he just has to be now. But here's my thing. I guess this is where I come to, and I don't mean to make it like this simple, but prior to last night, right? If I had asked you, would you trade Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic? What would your answer be?
Just straight up.
Just straight up. Or who would you rather have?
I would have said nah. Because with LeBron on the team, you the two of the same person.
I'm not talking the LeBron fit. Get it? Valid question right now. But just player on your team. Hans, Blazers, who would you rather have? AD or Luka? Bulls, who would you rather have? AD or Luka? Any team, who would you rather have? AD or Luka? I don't think it'd be a question. Luka's a top 5 player. AD is not that. He's close. He might be 11. He might be 10. But he's not a top 5 player.
No, he's a top 7 player.
Yeah, he's a top 5 center. He's your top 5 center.
I think AD is very undervalued. And
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yo.
I'm not dissing him as saying
top 40 and 23. The other game.
I see what you're saying.
Based on the conversation that we just had about centers in general and the lack thereof. I can get another Luka before I can get another AD.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm thinking about my situation. I'll take AD over Luka on the Blazers. Get dominating out of here. Send them to the Lakers since they need a center.
It's just not as easy to do a one-on-one, Evan, because there's a lot of context with what teams need, right? if it's like Denver, right? Like, do you want Luka or do you want AD on Denver with Jokic? I'm pretty sure everyone would say Luka because they don't need AD. They already have Jokic.
I think every team that you
I don't
go
think
through
it's
the
this.
list of.
I don't think it's as clear cut as you think it is, Ev. As great as Luka is, don't get me wrong. As great as Luka is, I don't think it's as overwhelmingly Luka as you think it is. Is my argument.
So, but
because Luka comes with his flaws, big flaws.
I get you there.
I'm a tight end.
Luka is like a half step away from Embiid.
I'm a tight end.
He has a lot of Embiidish.
I don't think that's.
meaning
I think it's more than.
I'm a tight end though because Evan's question is exactly what Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison were their thought process, right? Who would you rather have? Nico Harrison obviously would rather have AD because he feels like the Mavs are win now, and he wants AD is a more complete player for them now to win because they were just in the championship. They were there, and he feels like they were a defensive big guy away from winning it all. And the Lakers are saying, well, we need to figure out what we want from the future because we're not going to be in the LeBron business for long.
Yeah, no, like X's and O's wise for Lakers, it doesn't make sense. But future wise, like you want a premium draw for your big market, right? Like you want a huge, like Ev is saying, top 5 player. Luka makes sense in that regard if you're planning for your future because you don't want LeBron to leave. You don't want it to happen like what happened with Kobe when he left and there was that, that gap.
We don't talk about those 6 years, Hans.
Okay. Well, we don't talk about that.
Those are the void years.
The dark ages.
You're right. Those years don't count, right?
That's right. You don't want to go back.
You don't want that to happen. So you get LeBron's replacement in. I 100% see and agree with that. And I also agree with Ev. You know how people would say Danny Ainge is a swindler? It's them Lakers, boy. They be getting everything for nothing. As much as the pod mama gets on here and complains about the Laker tax. Where was the Laker tax, Lou? How many first round picks did they have to give up?
Whoa.
You know how.
Where was the Laker tax?
Man. Ainge is still a master manipulator, bro. Ainge has not missed.
Danny Ainge just got 2 second-round picks for just being there.
For breathing, literally for breathing.
This is one of those where like how artwork or like how luxury items get sold, but they don't really get sold. Like there's a market that everybody else doesn't get to participate in. This is exactly what happened.
So big market privilege is what you're saying.
Big market isn't. No, this is bigger than big market privilege. This is like how Cali got those Jordans that everybody went crazy over, right? They're like they're not gonna be in the store or anything, right? You just got to know somebody to even hear about this offer.
This is big bank take little bank. All right, Hans. This is big bank take little bank.
I guess. Listen, it must be nice, man. My little small market here, must be
because
nice.
It doesn't. And I won't go all the way deep down, but it doesn't even make sense that the Mavs didn't shop Luka, right? But I almost feel like they just didn't want the circus. They didn't want the.
They didn't want to pay him.
I think it was either James or Shams. No,
they asked for one more
team.
They asked another team.
No.
And the other team said no.
No,
I think they got
Nico Harrison went on record at the press conference today saying that Lakers were the only team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't talk to anybody else.
They kept it under wraps though, because apparently this has been a conversation for weeks.
Yeah. So to Hans' point, yes, Dallas clearly got tired of what they saw, right, from Luka. And I
listen, New Orleans, listen.
But no, it's not the same. It's not the same. We have been waiting. Zion Williams is potential. And you know my take on potential. Luka Doncic is actualized, okay? 28, 8-8 for his career. This isn't, and he gives it every year. Yes, he gets dinged. He does get dinged, but he's been doing it.
Here's the thing.
Yes, he's been doing it unhealthy.
I'd argue what Hans is saying is that if Luka is doing all that and they're willing to part with him,
That's
the
exactly
Pelicans,
it.
you're getting even
That's exactly
less
it.
from Zion. Part
That's
ways,
exactly
cut
it.
ties.
Have
no,
the
I get
balls.
Dead weight, bro.
I get
have
that.
the cojones. But I get what you're saying. Luka and Zion are not on the same level. Luka has proven himself to be capable to take a team to the next level, and he's more tried and true, 100%. But at the same time, New Orleans have the cojones to say we're done, because you're here running a business. You got to be future thinking. And I don't know. Like I said, I see both sides. I understand the Lakers thinking about their future post LeBron, and they don't want to end up like they're learning from their past, right? When Kobe left, there was a void. They don't need that void. It's Lakers. It's Tinseltown. You gotta have a celebrity there. And we talked about it actually last season. What it would take for an organization to have the balls, right? But we're talking about it in LeBron, right? Could you imagine if an organization had the balls enough to trade LeBron, right? Like, I think this is the Mavs version of that. Like, you're not fitting what we think we're going or where we want to go. Let's go. Go ahead, Ev.
Last thought. I have to. I'll give the good one. Just when we thought this was going to be another week of what's Jimmy Butler's hair? What's Jimmy Butler's shoes? What's Jimmy Butler's Instagram saying? We finally got some good trade talk. And not only did we get some good trade talk, we got maybe the biggest trade of the century.
Dude, this is the biggest trade in history.
It's arguable.
Like what? Really? Like what trade?
Well, that's why
Kareem. Was Kareem not a trade?
No, it was a trade, but I mean Kareem.
I wasn't here for Kareem or
the
Woods.
players involved.
That's why I said century.
Yeah, the players.
Yeah, recent NBA history. I'll give it that.
No. But even the Kareem trade, like the players involved, wasn't the same.
As a Laker fan, you can't even take the last 25 years. You want the whole NBA. Okay, in the last 78 years of the NBA.
I mean, we just have a history of it. You know, we just have a history of it. Kareem.
This is bigger than
Jack,
George Michael going from
Kobe
Minneapolis to Los Angeles, man. I tell you.
I mean, we'll continue. Anyways.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Jesus. Another big trade happened while we were discussing and prepping for this show. The other one, which Evan said we actually were going to be talking about more than Jimmy Butler, but then, this whole bomb was dropped on us. This ether, like, it's happened, you guys. De'Aaron Fox has been delivered. From the Sacramento Kings. He is going to the Spurs. I, for one, am going to list the trade specifics first, then we're going to throw it to some people here who may or may not be happy about this. We'll talk. Zach LaVine is involved. I'll just put that out there.
Hey, yo.
All right. My bad, Fat. All right. De'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin, that's who the Spurs get. The Kings get Zach LaVine, Sidi Soku. Is that how you pronounce that?
Sissoko.
Sissoko?
We'll try
Sissoko. Thank you.
There we go.
3 first-round picks. Ooh. 2025 from Charlotte, 2027 San Antonio Spurs, and then 2031 Minnesota. And 3 second-round picks. Jesus, 2025 Chicago, 2028 Denver, man, and their own 2028. The Bulls, they got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick from the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah. Lou, my guy, why do the Bulls hate you, man?
Look, man. I thought
It's a safe space, man. Safe space. Talk to us.
I thought this was.
How are you feeling?
Fox, right? We just catching strays. All right, we catching strays from these trades. I
Well, how about this though? Is there solace or solemn in the fact that you guys are now legit in rebuild mode? Like, there's no second guessing
well,
it.
no. I anticipate that more stuff. We will make more moves before Thursday, before the trade deadline, because it doesn't make any sense for us not to at this juncture.
But who are you
Fire
building
sale
around then?
started. Who are you building? Nobody. We have nobody. Started all over. Yes, we
Even
said that
Kobe
we wanted.
White?
I mean, I love Kobe, but the league's been allegedly the only person that is off the table is our most recent rookie. So, I mean, look, what did we get for Levine? Nothing. Nothing. We got nothing. We got two guys who are 4-1, 4-3 guys. Cuter, who's 8-3. You know what I mean? 8-3 guy. Nothing. We got these guys for nothing. So, we might as well have been included in the trade package. The Bulls, I just hope that they don't give Lonzo Ball anywhere near the Lakers. I hope actually we give the Lakers nothing. That's the only hope I can have in all of this situation. But I mean, now it gets started, so I anticipate that the fire sale is going to be ringing off from not just the trade deadline, but also in the off season as well. Because we really, I mean, if you were to look at it just on paper, we got fleeced. Like we really, we definitely got the short end of the stick. Drawing straws, ours was definitely the short one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I expected definitely to see a bigger haul for Zach LaVine. I don't even. I mean,
But Levine back with DeRozan again. I'm like, y'all didn't realize that experiment didn't work the first time. Y'all
So
trying it again?
how do y'all think DeRozan feels about that? Do you think he's excited to play with Levine again, or he feels like I thought I got away from this guy? Honest question. I don't know.
I don't think he was necessarily trying to get away. Again, one of the biggest things that I felt was the issues of because now I guess here's the main difference, right? Them going to Sacramento. This is Sabonis's team, right? So they have a clear who their number one guy is. For us, the issue is it wasn't clear who the number one is, and I think that just made things a little bit messy. But now,
well,
they have their clear number one. I think Sabonis is the guy, right? So this is the person that you build your team around. And neither DeRozan or Levine have to wear the mantle of being the face of the franchise. So we'll see how that dynamic works.
DeRozan has been on record on one of the podcasts saying one of the reasons he came to Sacramento was Fox. So he did say that he doesn't plan on playing past 3 years. So one of the reasons that he came to Sacramento was because of Fox and Sabonis being here. So at the time of that interview, trade rumors were still happening with Fox. He said he is concerned. So I'm going to say that I don't think this move with Levine necessarily keeps him, because it's the same situation almost with the Bulls. Like, I mean, you have a better forward with Sabonis, right, than Vooch, but where is it going to get you? I don't know if Doug Christie is going to make some magic happen, So
Yeah.
I, for one, am shocked that Levine is over there, but maybe Levine's going to move somewhere else. They'll get something else in. I don't know. But I don't see Sacramento staying as it's presently constructed. I'll just say that.
Well, I think what you just said is, I guess I would say it's kind of got to be one or the other. Like, if we think that the Bulls got fleeced and that they should have gotten more from Levine, then that would mean that we think Sacramento got a good deal in getting Levine. And if they got a good deal in getting Levine, then they should try to keep him and do something with him. I think the issue is that Levine's value had been shot so bad from the last 2 years, especially with him being hurt a lot of that time, that even as great as he's been playing this year, I guess the value when you look at the amount of time and dollars left on his contract, they just weren't able to get a deal of value done for him. Now, I would argue the way he's looked this year, they should have just kept him. I don't know why they found
That's my
themselves
thing
in this
too.
deal, but it's what we talked about last week. You've got strong organizations that stand on conviction and fight through whatever public perception is to make smart moves with their roster, and you got organizations that make trades that don't make sense, that don't even make sense in the moment when you see them. And this is one of those. I don't understand why Levine is giving up for nothing.
He's
Like, I
making
understand.
40 a year though, so that contract, I don't know how San Antonio's gonna do it. Not San Antonio, Sacramento.
I mean, they got it now, so I mean, they have it.
They're gonna figure it out.
But I mean, the story here, though. I mean, we know
It's Fox.
It's Fox, right? And
I'm excited to see him in the Alien.
Yeah. And you want to talk about a good deal? The Spurs didn't give up anything,
Man,
to get him. So
Listen.
there's the story right there. They kept all of their guys: Castle, Vassell, Johnson, Sohan, Champagne. Like, they kept everybody, and they got Fox, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got Wemby now a partner for the next 5, 7, 8 years. Give some
10
time.
years.
Right, give them some time to get some of those notes. When you get hired for a job and because somebody's leaving in a couple weeks and they train you before they leave. That's Chris Paul,
Mm-hmm.
Paul and De'Aaron Fox right there this season.
I was just having that conversation, bro. It's perfect, bro.
Get
Perfect.
some of that nurturing from them, and now Wemby's got his running partner now with an amazing squad. They can still do whatever other moves they may think of that they want to do. They can still do them if they want to, because they've got,
And they have the cap space.
They've got cap space. Castle looks great, and they got Wemby. So the Spurs definitely took a strong step forward.
I think this puts them out of playing into playoff. Just because
it might be tough for this year, but I'd say definitely.
I'll go out on a limb and say this year, just because I think the standings are favorable enough to where if they get on a good little run, they could make something happen. I think it's possible, man.
I'll give you this from the standpoint of because like what I just said, they didn't give up anybody, so it's not, they only have to incorporate one new player in the chemistry that they've already baked in. It's not like a whole bunch of pieces out and in, and they need like weeks to develop chemistry with everybody. They can keep doing what they've been doing and now add an awesome extra piece to that. So no, I can see that. I can see that.
I think they end up taking the place that the Lakers may have had this. So.
I'll say this. I see them as top playing, not lower playing. How about that? I give them top playing 7, 8.
With your chest, man. You said 6, all right?
No.
You said what you felt.
I'll take back, because when I looked at it, Lou thinks the Lakers are gonna fall out. I think the Lakers may fall out, but I think who will step in, maybe the Timberwolves or the Dallas Mavericks. So I don't think the Spurs are right there. So I'll walk that back a little bit. I'll go 7, 8.
I don't want to go back far. I'm just gonna say real quick. We talked about who's got swindled. Let me tell y'all who's swindling everybody right now. Okay, Kyrie Irving. Cause y'all have forgotten who Kyrie really is. Y'all are just penciling in that this Kyrie AD matchup pairing is about to be two model A+, 1A citizens.
Before I pass any judgment, I gotta see it, man. I still have faith in my guy Kyrie, man.
Understood.
He hasn't acted up. He's been very mature on this run.
It's not even
Dallas.
it's not even the maturity. It's just who he is at this point versus who we think he is at this point, and who he's going to be going
You have
forward.
some reservations.
I
It's because he's from Jersey. What's your problem?
listen. You selective with your jersey, though, man. We don't have to get into
I'm
that.
not selective. I'm saying Cat. Listen, Cat's from Jersey. I don't take that away from him. But also don't forget, he's far from the best big man from Jersey. Shaquille O'Neal's from Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Okay,
Hey, talk about
let's
it.
not forget. Okay, let's put things in
Brick City,
perspective.
baby.
Yes, all day. We gotta put things in perspective. That's my thing. I never will ever take away him being from Jersey from him. No, that's an honor, right? It's an honor and a blessing to be from the great state of Jersey. You know, I won't take that away from him. But what I'm saying is, I feel like you hating on our boy Kyrie because he's from Jersey. That's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like.
No hate at all. I'm just, just excited to see. That's all.
You know what though? I'll say this. Do you not think I'll ask this rather. Do you not think LUKA being gone will embolden him more and give him more freedom of movement?
What I honestly think is that they have one more trade to make. Okay. And I just don't know what that is. I mean, Kyrie's having a great year. I actually surprised he didn't make the All-Star team. I'm not, I'll be honest. He's having an excellent year. We've had this talk about it before about who's your one. Two great players. I don't know if either one of them is your one. They're two great twos.
In this scenario,
I don't know if either one's your one.
AD has to be your one. AD has to be your one in this situation.
But he needed to be the one the last 4 years, though. And we've conveniently blamed LeBron.
He could have been the one. He just never stepped into that role.
But you know what?
I mean, in part, it's part of why he got traded because they didn't believe that he would ever step into that number one role. So, but I get what you mean.
You get what I mean. I'm good with that.
Facts. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day,
why are you guys talking about AD again? This is supposed to be talking about Levine and De'Aaron Fox.
No, I was talking about Kyrie.
We done with the Lakers. We done with the Lakers segment.
But right? I see Ev's point though, because Ev said something about to me a while ago to me years ago when Kyrie was leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he said, "Where has Kyrie ever led anybody?" And I see his criticism to that. Kyrie has technically never led anybody or any team anywhere. So I definitely see that. To your rebuttal with the AD took the Pelicans somewhere, right?
AD's going to be the one. Why are you guys bullshitting?
Can we not argue that?
The one in the Mavs. He's going to be the one. I mean, he's leading the team, Evan.
Will this invigorate him to be the one? Hey.
He's going to have to. There's no one. They don't have a LeBron. They don't have a LeBron that'll push him down to a 2. There's no one who's going to take that mantle away from him.
So I'll say this, and we can get back to Fox or whatever else. But I mean, this is the biggest trade of the century, man. I mean, it's if we make it back, we make it back. I find it funny though, not funny, but what I do observe from this is that the person we're putting the most blame on in all of this really is LeBron James.
He is.
It's not even about LUKA. It's not about AD. It's not about Kyrie. What it comes down to is LeBron James. That's what
it's because the Lakers would get so much flack if they traded LeBron James. They would be thrown into the exiles of team organizations that they just can't do it. It'd be like trading Kobe or Jordan or you don't trade GOATs.
When I hit the buzzer, it means move on.
I've got an analogy. It may not land.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In Home Alone 2, when he realizes that he's in New York and he goes, my parents are in Florida and I'm in New York. And then he says it again, but next time with a smile on his face, my parents are in Florida and I'm in New York. I feel like that's Laker fans right now. We traded for Luka Doncic. we traded for Luka Doncic. I feel like that's how you're going to be 2 months from now. But all right,
Oh man, listen. 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be right back to Laker foolishness. We got arguably the
next
greatest
Lakers
player
game.
ever.
I stand 10 toes down that I miss AD. I just saw I was just on Twitter. I just saw the goodbye video the Lakers just put out. I'm crying, bro. I was crying in the background while you guys were talking about Fox and Levine.
Another thing. While you're at it, no goodbye videos. Okay, it's a bunch of crap. All right, y'all traded this man, blindsided him. Okay, all right, in a secret covert mission. Okay, y'all kicked him out on his day out. Right, he was at home
for weeks,
waiting to come back,
and then the next day, this has been in motion.
Right, and then the next day, man, and I really miss my home.
How do I
exactly
say goodbye?
If you
Like they didn't do it.
If you the Dallas Mavericks, no tribute videos on February 25th. Y'all have there's a 3-year moratorium.
Let's do it.
3-year moratorium before
when do they play? February 25th?
I think February
22nd, whatever.
Yes, 25th day before.
Which is a nationally televised game, by the way. Oh my god, the ratings are gonna be insane. So who's gonna be more upset? Who's gonna drop more points against their former team? Is it gonna be AD against the Lakers or Luka against the Mavs? Who has more?
I got no center. It's gonna be AD. Who's gonna guard
AD?
Christ, God help us!
Who's gonna guard AD?
I'm glad you went that way. I'm glad you went that way, Han. So let's get into trade deadline predictions because the trade deadline is on Thursday. We're dropping on Monday. We usually drop on Wednesdays, but we are dropping early because this is a emergency pod that we just had to do. So, guys, trade deadline predictions. What do you guys think is going to transpire? NBA every year.
The Bulls will get rid of everybody.
Right. Oh, I hope so.
And nobody will be going to the Lakers.
How much you guys want for Kobe White? What do you guys want?
We're not giving you anyone.
Kobe White makes like what? 13 mil? Oh, we can match that. You guys want Gabe Vincent?
I think he just got off his rookie deal.
I'm just saying.
Or just coming. He's under like his last year or two of his rookie deal.
Will Jimmy Butler move, guys?
So since you bring him up, the thought I had when over the last 24 hours, and this may be a terrible prediction. Jimmy Butler's getting traded to one of these two teams, the Mavericks or the Lakers. And the first thought I thought was Mavericks. Haven't looked at contracts to figure out how it worked, but that was my thought.
Yeah, get rid of Clay.
Are you the CBS reporter that reported that, Evan? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. I did not.
She's like, I think the Mavs aren't done yet. I think they're gonna flip AD for Jimmy Butler.
Oh no, not
why
that.
the hell would they do that?
No,
How does she have a job? Flip
I don't know.
AD.
How did she get on the Forbes under 30 list? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, what about
like
that? Is she the same one, or was it a different CBS reporter that said that about LeBron? Things picking up
Different
steam.
one.
Okay, well, CBS, listen.
CBS is just on a downward spiral. But if they're hiring, I'm willing to take the job over there.
This your bid? Did you put in your bid?
CBS, you got some good talent over here.
I'll let your boy.
If they make takes like that, I'm sure I could be an analyst.
Good take, bad take, whatever. The clip still needs to look pretty. So we got the guy for you. I mean, come up with lies.
Saying, if it's that easy to make those kind of hot takes, then anyone can do it. I guess.
Man.
Do y'all believe LeBron is blindsided?
Yes, I do.
What?
I pictured him. I pictured him at an
Who believe
Italian
LeBron was blindsided? I believe it.
Yeah, because they don't feel like LeBron is gonna dictate what happens for them, right? Because his leverage is pretty much done at this point.
I just vision him at an Italian restaurant, like a mob leader.
Buca di Beppo?
Yeah, and then he didn't like his consigliere, whatever. His consigliere,
Maverick Carter,
brought his phone over to him.
You could just say his lawyer, right? What is his consigliere?
He's trying to go full New York.
The mob theme, man.
Yeah, he's trying to go full mob.
Okay.
Mob theme, man.
All right, I'm sorry. Predictions.
Thank
That was
you.
my prediction.
Nah, it's so good. I like that though.
Is there
I
any like
predict.
who else is out there that's
Jimmy's gonna end up in Brooklyn. Watch.
oh
Nah,
geez.
Jimmy's gonna end up with the Bucks.
Does Bi get traded out? Is Zion getting traded out? What's going on?
No, come on, New Orleans.
So to your question, you see this LUKA trade happen, this Lakers trade happen, right? And then you see the Fox trade happen after that. I do think teams are terrified of making significant wild swing trades like this. But when you get one that happens that's so wild, it kind of makes the other teams like, you know what, screw it. Let's go for it too. And so who knows? We've got till Thursday. We could see a couple more big swings of players who have been rumored for a while, but there's been no traction to them. It's possible.
But where do you think they're gonna go, Evan?
Zion to Portland for Jeremy Grant. Been reporting it for
Jeez,
months.
no one wins in that trade.
Yo. Ev, if you want to fight, just say that, bro.
No one wins with the family feuds.
If you want to throw hands, Ev, just say
Zion
that.
for Bradley Beal. Zion for Bradley Beal.
I just want the Lakers to get a center. That's all I'm asking for, man. That's just
You guys will get nothing of the sort.
Hey,
Steven
man,
Adams,
dominating's
come
out
on
here.
down.
Dominating is here. For you.
Dominating can't. Okay, first of all, can't even get out of his icy parking lot.
Hey,
Second
ice
of all-
is real, okay?
Who can match that contract? It's the worst contract in the league.
In the league now?
It's the worst contract in the
Wow.
league. It might be even worse than Rudy Gobert.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
Gosh.
If you hate him, just
Say I'm wrong.
Hold on, let me look it up before I tell you you're wrong. He only has 33 a year. Get out of here.
I mean, that's 33 too much.
No.
That's about
stop
23
it.
too much. He should only
Stop
be making
it.
10.
I would say Ben Simmons has the worst contract.
He wants a buyout, right? Isn't that
He has 35. But
doesn't
anyway.
make sense.
But his expires. His expires.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Hans. I thought DeAndre Ayton was making like 40 plus mil.
No.
You got me. I'll bow with that on that one. Still a lot of money.
So
though,
take him.
33.
Take him.
We can't match that. We pay our players too little.
Oh my god.
I'm serious. AR's only making 12 million a year.
That's LeBron.
AR doesn't
That's
deserve more than
LeBron-ish.
that.
Oh, this fucking guy. All right. Why
That's
not?
a LeBron-ish.
You'd be happy if AR was on your team. You got a pedophile on your team.
I like oh wow.
Wow, wowzers.
A minor.
Hey.
Kendrick.
So
One song of the
question.
year.
Now that you have LUKA, do you need Austin Reeves?
Okay, so was I talking to you, Hans, about this? Or I might have been talking about someone else about this, but I think let's be real, I think AR is expendable at this point.
He wasn't
Because
before.
him, LeBron and Luka all do the same thing.
That's
Same
what I'm
thing.
saying. I mean, yeah, okay, it's Austin Reeves and Rui. What could that get you? That would.
We're big man. Who needs guards? It can give away big mans.
But
It
you
have to
don't
be a
need-
3.
Ironically,
I just don't- I don't-
Dallas would be the team.
Is
Keep
Giannis
dealing
available?
with Dallas.
Is Giannis available? Do the Bucks want to get rid of Giannis?
Is Giannis available? Are you crazy?
Hey yo, man, can we end this now, bro? Clearly, my man
Thanasis is not
delusional
even
now.
available.
we got a minute left.
Is Giannis available?
He said Thanasis. Yo, you funny as hell.
No, Antetokounmpo is
Bruh.
available. Okay, he's out here.
All right, last predictions. Who do you guys think is going to be gone by the time we come back next week?
Nikola Vucevic.
I think Jimmy Butler is going to leave. There's no way that he don't trade Jimmy Butler before the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's gone.
I think Jimmy. I think Vooch. I think Alonzo may be going as well.
Whoa. How much
Not
is
to Los
Rui making?
Angeles Lakers.
Chris Middleton's gone too, man.
Oh,
You hope.
Jimmy
I don't
for
hope. I think he's
Jimmy for
gone.
Middleton. Jimmy for Middleton.
That's
I've
what
been
I said.
staring at that one for a second. I feel like
31,
that would work.
31 mil. Yeah, I say Chris Middleton's gone, man. Oh, Bradley Beal.
I think
forgot
Bill
about
as well.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I agree.
He has a
forgot about
trade.
Phoenix.
I think the Pelicans and the
no
Suns
trade
traded.
clause.
But he also said he'd go to Miami. What other place did he say he'd go to? Was it Dallas, the Lakers? He said he'd go to another place. He put it out there.
Well, I mean, he's not going to Lakers. We can't match. That actually might be one of the worst contracts in the NBA.
I was about to say that I would agree
million.
with you.
With the trade clause, it is the worst.
Bradley Beal.
I don't know.
Contract.
I don't
$50
know.
million a year. God.
He fans still think
Wow.
he fans still think they're gonna get everyone. So who knows? They think they're gonna get Bi. They think they're gonna get Bradley Beal. They think Luka is just gonna come in for agency in 2 years. So I mean, they're delusional.
They are legit
Yes, sir.
delusional, bro.
All right, guys.
What kind of water they drinking down in Miami? Well, it's because it's probably they drinking liquor.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it on this emergency pod episode. Don't forget to check us. Thank you for making us the #1 basketball podcast in the universe. We will see you guys next week. Take care. What's up, guys? Thank you for listening to the 3on3 podcast. Please be sure to give the episode a thumbs up if you loved it. Hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that bell. So that way you're notified every time we drop a new episode. Hit us up on our social media, guys. You can find us at the 3on3 podcast on IG and Twitter. If you want to give us any ideas or suggestions, shoot us an email at the 3on3podcast@gmail.com. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys next time.